All right, let's dive into a really powerful blueprint for personal change from the legendary Jim Rohn. It's a surprisingly simple way of looking at life, but man, it can totally change how you approach your future. And it all kicks off with Rohn's own pretty incredible story. So get this. Jim Rohn goes from being flat broke at age 25 to a millionaire by the time he's 31. Now, that's not a lottery ticket, right? That's not just some random luck. So the big question, the one we've all got to ask is, what on earth changed? Well, here's the difference, and it's night and day. For those first 6 years, Rohn was stuck in the blame game. You know the drill. It was the economy's fault, his paycheck's fault, his family's fault. But then a switch just flipped. He started taking what he called radical personal responsibility. The problem wasn't out there somewhere, it was inside him. And you know what that means? It means he had the power to fix it. And that leads us to the absolute core principle that unlocked everything for him. It's a huge shift in how we think about success and what's actually valuable in our lives. Just let that sink in for a second. We spend so much time focused on the stuff, right? The paycheck, the title, the car. Rohn said that's the wrong target. The real prize, the thing that actually matters, is the person you have to become to get all those things. The discipline you build, the skills you learn, the character you forge. And that leads to this other brilliant idea. Success isn't something you go out and hunt down. It's something you attract. It's like becoming a magnet. By working on yourself, by becoming a more skilled, more resilient, more valuable person, opportunities and success just start coming to you. So here's the bottom line, the ultimate promise of this whole idea. You don't have to sit around and wait for your boss or the government or the world to change. The one thing, the only thing you have total control over is you. And if you change that one thing, your entire world can change right along with it. So how do you actually do that? Well, this is where it gets really practical and honestly kind of beautiful. Rohn gives us this framework called the seasons of life. It's this simple metaphor that says your life and career, just like nature, move in cycles. There are winters, springs, summers, and autumns. And if you understand that, you can navigate pretty much anything. So let's start with lesson 1. It's all about handling the toughest season of all, winter. Those inevitable times of struggle and hardship. Look, nobody gets a free pass on winter. It shows up for all of us. Maybe it's a financial crisis, a personal heartbreak, a dead end in your career. The point is, you can't change the season, but you can change what you do during the season. The key is not to just endure it, but to actually use it. So instead of just hunkering down and waiting for it to be over, you use winter to transform yourself. This is your opportunity to get wiser. Read the books, take the courses. It's your chance to get stronger, build that mental toughness. And it's the perfect time to get better. Sharpen the skills you're going to need when spring finally arrives. And here's the good news, winter never lasts forever. It is always followed by spring, the season of opportunity where all that work you did in the dark is about to pay off big time. I mean, it's as reliable as the sunrise. After difficulty comes opportunity. But here's the catch, and this is a big one. That window of opportunity doesn't stay open forever. Spring demands a sense of urgency. You've got to move. This old proverb just nails the feeling, doesn't it? When the opportunity is there, you have to pounce. This is the time to plant your seeds, make those phone calls, start that new project. You don't have to be frantic, but you do need to be quick. You've got to seize the day before the season changes on you. All right, so you've planted your seeds in the spring. What comes next? Summer. And this is the season of intense effort and intense protection. In the summer, you've got 2 critical jobs. Job number 1, you have to nourish everything you planted. Water those goals, give your ideas sunlight and effort. But at the exact same time, you've got job number 2. You have to defend your garden. Because the weeds and the bugs, oh, they are coming. That's a guarantee. And a lot of the time, the most dangerous pests aren't the ones outside of you. They're the ones inside your own head. Rohn called them the little foxes. You know what I'm talking about, that little voice of doubt, the constant worry, pessimism, complaining. He said you have to be hostile to those things. You've got to ruthlessly crush them before they ruin your whole crop. So after all that preparing and planting and fighting, we finally reach the last season, the harvest. This is the moment of truth. It's time for results and, maybe most importantly, accountability. So you've been through the whole cycle. You did the hard work in winter, you planted in spring, you toiled all summer. Now you're looking at your results. So who's responsible for them? The answer is simple, and it's non-negotiable. It's you, 100%. Whether the harvest is massive or it's disappointing, you have to take full responsibility. No excuses, no apologies, and absolutely no complaining. It's your crop. You grew it. And complaining? It's just poison. Rohn tells us a really powerful story about the Israelites. They were literally on their way to the promised land. A better future was right there, but they griped about the food, the water, everything. And that complaining cost them dearly. They never made it. It's such a stark reminder, don't complain about the harvest you yourself reap. Which brings us right back around to the grand finale, the single biggest takeaway from this entire philosophy. It's all right here. You cannot change the seasons. The winters will come, the springs will come. You don't control that. But the one thing you can always control is you. You can change yourself. So, I'll leave you with a question to think about. As you look at your own life right now, your career, your health, your relationships, which season are you in? And now that you have this framework, what are you going to do about it? How are